It's a powerful story when you look at the journey on reinvention. It's constant, constant reinvention, learning, unlearning, relearning. It's a perpetual journey. And knowing when, for you, it's like working on that extreme is I need to push forward. For me personally, it's like I need to reinvent myself when I get bored.
You wait to get bored?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I come to a point where like I need to do something like different, amazing, and therefore I need to change. So it's a very it's a very different perspective. But to your point, do I wait to get bored?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But it's like a feeling I get. I'm like, damn, like these things are all moving, and I'm like, okay, I know all these things already. Like, what else can I do to make a difference? So what else? What's my new version? My beta 2.5 or whatever version?
Are you neurotypical? I hate to use that term.
What's neurotypical in what sense?
So I'm neurodivergent because I have ADHD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it could just be that.
Maybe that.
I just am constantly doing something and constantly bored and constantly doing something and constantly, like there's no
no ender.
Yeah, there's
Keeps going.
Yeah. I do not thrive in consistency, unfortunately. Yeah, which I think
we are very opposite.
Yeah.
I thrive in that organized, consistent space. When things don't go my way, I'm like, oh shit. Okay, how do I, and I don't do well. I just get anxious. I guess, I get jumpy, and then I need some time to settle down again and then move.
When you don't have consistency.
Yeah.
I think as a human being, I'm the same as you. Actually, when you're talking about it, I probably, like, from the outside, it probably looks like that. Yeah. But from the inside, I'm just like, zoom, 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 zoom all the time.
Yeah.
But I think that is good. Like, that is what I am doing probably. But in my mind, it's just zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned an interesting point about muscles. When you said that the previous podcast I did with my other co-host was, he mentioned there are markers around you. Is my family okay? This is Ben. I'm just quoting him. Is my family okay? Is my health okay? Are people around me okay?
Yeah.
Right? And then there are tools that you can leverage and use to achieve your goals. What are they? And there's muscles that you need to build. You need to put in the work.
Yes.
There's no magic pill that you take and then tomorrow you're like a world-class musician or whatever.
No.
You got to put in the work.
There's no shortcuts.
No. And which is why reinvention is tough, because like you achieve something and then the next leap, like, oh shit, it's a huge climb.
Yeah.
And how do I go there? And it's about tearing things down. Like you got to take away all that.
You need to see how
fear and all that.
Yeah, you need to see how the gears work.
Yeah. It takes a lot. When you say a simple word, reinvention, easy, no problem. Just invent, no problem. Yeah, easy.
It's a simple word, but
I know what to do.
Nothing simple
I'm clear
about it.
But if you were to really be purposeful about it and have clarity and have this intention to navigate that, there's a lot of tearing down and really building back up. The muscles that you had that got you to where you are today may not be the muscles you need to take you to where you need to go.
It also might just be your next challenge is agility and not strength.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that you brought that up. And of course, Ben brought it up. But your support system is also incredibly important.
Yeah.
People forget that as mighty as you can be as one individual, it takes a village. Anything. Yeah. You want to do it well, someone's got to watch your blind spot. Yeah. And someone's got to tell you when you're going off the rails or when you're not yourself. Yeah. We only got two eyes and they look forward. We can't have this 360 peripheral vision.
Totally.
And so having family or your chosen family around to have your back and having a team. I've done a lot of my career on my own. And I think that's been one of my biggest follies is wicked trust issues, because I've been screwed over so many times by so many people in the industry, whether it was intentional or not, whether it was a good friend or a stranger. It's just happened so many times. But I try my best to go in with a fresh heart every time. But I'm also learning that I need to practice my teamwork skills, because if you don't practice it, it's just not going to happen, I'm so used to doing everything by myself. But I'm even at this age, I'm still learning,
Yeah.
and there's a lot to learn.
Yeah. Having the right homies around you, the right crew around you, the right squad, so critical.
So important.
Yeah. Especially if you're an independent artist or someone doing your own business or starting something new.
Yeah.
The company you keep can build
Make
you
or
up
break
or break you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody will see your vision as clearly as you do. And there'll be believers and people, there are non-believers. And then it's about how you choose your friends really wisely. And I have a very, very tight group of friends. It sounds weird, but many people think I'm the very outgoing, extroverted. No, I actually am pretty... I don't even know what I am sometimes.
You're an ambivert.
Maybe, yeah. Like these are the things I need clarity on. Maybe, so can someone help me? But I come across as pretty easygoing, and people get along with me, and I can have conversations easily. But deep down, I prefer close knit relationships, a tight circle of friends, and the folks who are listening in will know who they are, and it's important, and that really builds my confidence, and it's just good to have good people around you. That's really it, right?
Yeah. Don't hate on your friends or your village that challenge you.
Totally.
Because you really need that challenge to, again, look at your blind spots, or learning to fight for the thing you want is also one way to gain clarity on how to get it.
Love it. Yeah. No, well said, right? And the company that you keep and I keep are the ones that challenges me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, not just going to give in to me. Yeah, exactly.
Don't be so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Like it's so good, and you need that.
Yeah.
You really need that. And back to your receiver sender thing.
Yeah.
Hey, they're sending it from a place of intent, of good intention.
Correct. And
just take it in and go.
The medium is the message. So knowing that their intention is good, even when it hurts.
Yeah. Oh God,
it's like, and my best friend, she's brutal. She's brutal, but she's so smart. She's so clever. And so sometimes it really hurts.
It does.
When she challenges me. But I always see change in a positive way for my life and myself when she does that. Yeah. So the company you keep, that village, you also need to make sure that they're healthy, they're good.
Totally.
When you're up for a challenge, when you're accepting that challenge. I love how this was like such a holistic view of like really holistic different avenues of how reinvention can happen in the creative but I mean, I think this applies to any industry.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's which is why I'm so passionate about the theme, right? It's broad, but it's also very
brilliant
powerful.
Theme.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
What's next for you and what you're up to actually,
So you caught me in a time where I'm literally reinventing myself.
Okay.
I moved back to Singapore 5 years ago. And then I lost a family member. So I think I was taking time to make sure I was okay. And in that time, of course, my itchy backside was like, I gotta work. Because I've been like still zoom. But I'm now taking time to be intentional about my next move. I am most certainly going back to music. Not that I ever left, but I think I was just kind of on autopilot for a while. Okay, write music, release music, and my numbers have just dwindled to a nothing. Not a nothing. I'm still super grateful to everyone that's like still out there listening to my music, even though it's been a while. And I had to move the way that my music has reached people. And, with the advent of TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all this stuff, I've been, just gathering information. But, very wide rollout coming up in the next year, nice. I think. But I'm trying to look ahead and probably start releasing again towards the fourth quarter of this year.
Love it.
But more DJing.
Yeah.
I think DJ felt like the calling, and I ended up being a radio DJ for a while. And but starting to actually DJ, and I've wanted to for years. I've had the deck that I use at shows now. I've had that for maybe 10 years. I just haven't had the confidence. I didn't have the drive to do it and the confidence. And I think that's something that I'm slowly building up and taking time to practice, So it's been really interesting and it'll be very exciting. It feels exciting, this next chapter. Trying to keep it under wraps for now because there's some things I can't talk about,
course.
but please follow my socials and there'll be announcements here and there.
Love it. Yeah.
I'll definitely be sending you invites too.
Yay. Thank you.
Of course.
And then, when it comes to DJing, I just want to pick on that because I used to DJ as well.
Of course.
Many years. What is it that you're trying to fine tune? Not just if you're okay to share, you said confidence. What is it, technical or is it more
I think it's finding my sound.
a sound?
Yeah,
Okay,
when it comes to singing, I know exactly what to do. You give me a microphone, I'm never shy away from the microphone, clearly. But when it comes to DJing, I think I'm learning what I want my sound to sound like, and it can only come with practice and making mistakes. And I'm trying to do that in my bedroom first, and then because I want to obviously DJ and sing, play instruments, like full show. And I think it would be a shame not to sing. So I'm trying to see how that can be integrated into what I'm doing and how that works, because I do love just DJing, playing other people's songs and helping people discover new music and discovering new music.
Discovering new music, man. That's like
such a beautiful
cool thing.
part. Yeah.
Last question before we wrap up. If there was someone you wanted to have dinner with, it's that question. Because I kind of, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh no, I'm going to get emotional. Definitely my dad, for sure. Yeah, I miss him a lot.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah.
He's so infuriating and so smart. And he always knows how to motivate me in his own way. So yeah.
I'm sure he's rooting for you, behind you all the way, definitely.
He is. I know he is. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry to end on an emotional note.
I'm sorry I made you tear a little bit.
No. It's his birthday this weekend, so I'm just like really thinking about him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll leave all the socials to Daphne's IG, Spotify, everything in the comments. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Daphne, for being here, for sharing so openly. It really means a lot.